Welcome to qnawire.
Hi, so in this case, we have some terms that are matched to a certain definition. So for example, the first one that we have is thermodynamic state. And this is matched to conditions specifying the properties of a system. So conditions specifying the properties of a system. So this first statement, it is true. That is the definition of a thermodynamic state. So you can think about conditions of pressure, temperature, and stuff like that. Next up, we have the definition for universe. And in the case for universe, it is quite simple. It tells us that this is the system plus the surroundings. This is also true. This is the same definition as we saw in thermodynamics. You have the universe and the system. The system is the little ball that we have here, and the universe is the system plus all of the surroundings that are next to it. Next up, we have a state function. And the definition that is given here is a property dependent on how a process takes place. And this definition, it is not correct. So this is the false statement that you're going to have in your answer. Why is that? Because a state function is precisely a property of a system that does not depend on the trajectories for the process to happen. It only depends on the current state, right? So for example, if I have a diagram of pressure and temperature, and I want to go from this initial state, state 1, to state 2, it doesn't matter for me what was the process that took me there. The properties that I can measure in state 2 and state 1, that are state functions, only depend on the conditions on that state. For example, on P and T at state 2. So that's why that statement is going to be false. And the last two definitions that are given to us is exothermic, that tells us that energy is released. That is true, as you can see from the same word, exo, outside, thermic, heat, energy, right? Endothermic is the opposite, is when energy is absorbed, and that is the very last definition. So both of them are going to be correct, and the only one that is false is the definition for a state function. And that would be all. This term is not correctly matched, and this would be your answer. Thank you very much.